Hi, I'm Toyya Braskey from Galveston, Texas. My page is Galveston Psychic Paranormal Research. I wanted to share some things to you today about my page. My page is really not about ghost hunting or the type of things like provoking spirits. Really, this is a very spiritual type of work for me. Um, I believe that there is a spirit world. In fact, I know that there's a spirit world. I've always known it from a child until now. And the type of work that I'm doing on this page is electronic voice phenomenon, which is speaking with disembodied spirits. They do exist, and it's very possible to record them. During the recording process, what I need to explain to you is most spirits speak at a level that is below human hearing level. And so, in trying to record them, even though sometimes telepathically I can hear them, their voice is so low that you can't even hear it on playback on the recorder. So, what I have to do is I have to take that file out of the recorder and I have to download it into audio software. And then in the audio software, I have to increase the volume to human hearing level. I have to change the pitch, the tone, the speed, things like that. And so very often when you hear these voices, especially if I'm doing a session for a family, a lot of times the voice will not sound exactly like their loved one. And the reason for that is just to bring it to the level that you can hear it. I've had to do so much tweaking in the audio software just to bring the voice out that it does change it slightly. And so I wanted to let you know that is the reason why sometimes it sounds very different. Um, Another thing is that spirits speak either very, very fast or either they speak in a monotone that is so flatlined that it's very hard to understand it. Um, so I have to play with that, and a lot of times there's noise in the background, especially because even if you're trying to channel one spirit, as soon as you open that portal, many spirits come in. And so that then it becomes a real skill to try to figure out who is talking, because you may have two spirits, you may have five spirits that have come in the room, and they're all trying to tell you something because they so desperately want to be heard. So then, a lot of times I'll have overlapping sentences and conversations, and then I have to try to try to separate that, and sometimes it's not possible. My work is just ruined. Um, so sometimes this is hours and hours of processing just to get one conversation that I can use. One of the things that I wanted to tell you is that I love doing this work. I love it. I have always been a praying person. I believe in God with all of my heart. But I do not practice religion. I do not believe that God is the type of God that would say that psychic work is demonic. And the reason for that is our government has used psychic abilities. The police departments have used psychics. Psychics have found missing people. They have helped murder victims. A psychic will not always be 100% right, and they can't do this without the help of other people. And so basically the information that we receive comes in tiny puzzle pieces that may or may not help a case. What I wanted to tell you is that I would never provoke spirits. That is never what I intend to do. Um, you don't have to go to a scary place like a haunted place to try to find spirits. Spirits are everywhere, right in the room with you at all times, speaking to you. You don't hear them physically, but mentally and also telepathically, a lot of times they're telling you things over and over and over, and they are affecting what you may think about for the day. So, what I wanted to tell you is all of those ancestors and loved ones that have passed away, even your pets, are probably still earthbound with you in some way. And what spirits tell me is when I call them, they can hear me calling them. So, my work is basically all about proving that there is life after death, that there is a spirit world. I know that. I don't just believe it, I know it. So I wanted to thank my new followers and thank you for the likes on my page. I just created this page in April of 2024. So it's a brand new page. I don't have a lot of followers, but I hope to. Um, I'm new at doing what I do. In 2024, I just turned 60 years old. And what I wanted to tell you is I had these abilities all my life. I have so many stories that I could probably write a book about it. But you know that um, it's very scary to come out and tell people that you have these abilities because number one, they don't believe you if you tell them. So I said, you know what, I'm going to show them. So that is the main intent of my page, is that I'm coming out this year and I'm sharing some of my abilities. And I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you grow with me. A lot of times I don't have a lot of time to do this work because I do work full time as a supervisor. And I work a lot. And so I don't have the freedom that I used to have. And also, I'm not a crazy person. Most of my life, I worked for the state of Texas. And I've always had government jobs. And so my background is 100% clean. I'm not a crazy person. So I know that a lot of people disagree with what I do. But you know what? You can always just decide to not look at my page. Um, I know that there's a lot of people that have a curiosity. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that every spirit that comes through is a nice spirit because in doing this work, as soon as you open that portal, there are all types of spirits that come in. Yes, I have spoke to demonic spirits. Um, the way that I feel about that is they're very deceptive. They're very ugly in the things that they say. They will criticize me. They will say things like, I'm going to murder you. You won't wake up in the morning. And you would think that that would make me give up, but I've never given up. And in about 20 years of doing this research, I haven't had my furniture stacked or anything crazy happen like that. So most of the threats that the demons make, or most of the threats that these prankster spirits make, are really not valid. And probably a lot so because I pray before and after I do this work, and sometimes during when I do this work. So, I don't believe that God would condemn someone for doing this type of work, especially because psychics have helped so many lost people. Psychics have helped to solve murders. Psychics have helped the government. I believe that we all have this ability, but they don't want you to use it. And you know what I mean by they. They would rather you just dumb down and not know that you have these abilities. But with every gift that has to do with any type of extrasensory gift or anything that has to do with psychic ability, you do have to practice it. You have to practice it to get better. You have to practice it to discern what type of spirit is coming through. So it is a lot of work. Um, I wanted to tell you that I appreciate everyone that has liked my page and liked some of my posts, and I appreciate the new followers. And I hope that you will grow with me as I go. And sometimes I'll be wrong. Sometimes my EVPs may not be good quality because a lot of times many of these EVPs come through with a lot of static, with a lot of interference, and I'm kind of self-teaching myself the audio software. That's been a really, really big task for me. So I'm still trying to learn how to do things like do videos and stuff like that. So little by little, I'm learning. I kind of wish that I had a young kid that would just come over and say, hey, this is how you do this is how you do that. Because all of these young kids know how to do all of that. So this is just your basic doing a video with a camera. And I enjoyed talking with you today. So have a good week next week, and I'll get back with you another time. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.